we need very strong skills in information architecture and content operations, because really content and knowledge drive these things, right? If we're in a regulated environment, we're not going to just turn our algorithm loose on lots of information and see what it comes up with, right?
Yep.
We have to be able to be very clear and specific with what those instructions are, and that requires that we intentionally curate this training data, right? Training data is content, it's knowledge, it's information that the customer needs. That's the only way that the bot will understand it, is if we train it, we give it that information. It doesn't get it out of thin air.
A lot of folks will just say, ask the question, well, how do I start, right? And understanding and even having somebody like you that can actually have them guide them through the process of what this looks like. The problem with off-the-shelf products is they're predefined. And I'd be suspect of a product that comes off the shelf that doesn't have the ability to give me the extensibility I need to support my business. I don't want them to define my business for me. I want to be able to utilize their tool, right? It's a tool. And then utilize what I can do to extend that to make this better, that kind of thing. And so, I think just having that help to walk through step by step is something you guys are hugely valuable at providing.
Absolutely, and I have to say that one of our customers was outsourcing this to a vendor, and I said, you can't do this. You need to own this capability. This can't be a black box. This is going to be a source of competitive advantage. Guess what? You can't outsource your competitive advantage, right? You have to own your competitive advantage. And you're going to find in the next 5 years, companies are going to be caught flat-footed on this. There's going to be some fantastic virtual assistants that are going to provide better customer service, lower costs, greater accessibility, efficiencies. And I'll tell the quick story of a publisher years ago who was having found that a competitor was beating them to market in their textbook sales for K through 12. And by 6 months, which was very significant, lost a lot of business. And we found that the competitor was using a component repository. They're breaking that content into components. This organization had said, well, why don't we have this? The CEOs, why don't we have this? The competitor has it. And the team said, well, this has been the project we've been trying to get funded for the last 3 years, and it keeps getting kicked down the road. Okay, well, let's do it now. How long is it going to take? It's going to take a couple of years. Well, guess what? It was too late. They lost that business. They lost it. It was too late. That's the type of thing that's going to come up and sneak up and bite companies, because they are doing digital transformations without regard to knowledge processes. It's the missing ingredient to digital transformations. It's super important. It's super important for this. And again, customers are being sent down the wrong path by believing that this can all be handled algorithmically and by the box. But again, it's really critical to understand this.